Hello everyone. The four times when EFT doesn't work. The first one is that when you're not specific. You always have to be specific with what you say. When you tap along to a video of mine or to other YouTube videos, you always have to fill in your own words. That could be something, or your own words, as in how you feel. That's what I really mean. You have to express what you feel. Sometimes when you tap on the surface, for example, general, like my anxiety, my fears, my stress, yes, I did YouTube videos for you on those topics as well. But I always say you have to fill in the blanks and you have to be more specific. And when you tap on in events, what we do in the EFT world, we tap on events, memories pop up. You have to be very specific as well. You have to be specific with the emotions. You have to be specific with the events and the different aspects to it. Let's say there was a fire. The aspect would be one, the smoke. Then there was screaming, came to mind. You have to be specific with the aspects as well. So that's the first time when EFT doesn't work, when you're not specific. The second time would be when you have limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs, they shape our perception in the way we see the world. And with events, especially from early events between 0 to 7 years, we form these beliefs around the world, about ourselves, about other people, and how life generally is. And if there's a belief and we don't come across those beliefs, we don't address those beliefs, and I always say emotions are really the super glue or the glue or the concrete between the brick walls, and the brick wall is then the limiting beliefs that kind of keep us away from actually achieving what we want to achieve. And do stay till the end of this video, because I just remembered I was going to say that I'm going to show you and I'm going to tell you how you can use tapping so it always works for you. Anyway, so back to limiting beliefs. That is, the wall is the limiting belief. And you want to really come across with every tapping, more or less, especially if you tap on events, you want to come across 1 or 2, or sometimes even 3, depending on what event it was, of limiting beliefs. You want to address them, and also emotions around those beliefs that are like the super glue or the concrete to keeping that limiting belief wall up. Okay, the next one will be resistance, and that is quite a big one. I mean, resistance, you really want to work. If you've got something you want to overcome and it's been like sort of chronic, like pain or conditions, anxiety, chronic stress, depression, and there might be a lot of resistance around it, I would really recommend working with a really trained, certified and accredited and experienced advanced EFT practitioner, because resistance is a tricky one and not everyone can get to the bottom of what the resistance is about. Often it is, and mainly, I would say it's about being protected. And sometimes it's not as traumatic, but the subconscious always tries to protect us, and that could be somewhere hidden within our subconscious that, why there are parts of us still resist to change and why they want to keep us safe. Comes down a little bit to limiting beliefs, but that is another time. Same as limiting beliefs, when we don't address them, is another time with resistance. There is resistance where EFT will not work, and unless you address the resistance and why the subconscious tries to protect you. The other one, and it's very similar on the same line, is there are things like, there is always an upside and a downside. The downside is we're in pain, we're stressed, we're anxious, we're not happy with our lives, we're depressed. On the upside is, though, that it keeps us protected. Once again, And it keeps us in our comfort zone. And the comfort zone is a really comfortable place because we know everything in our life. It's all, we don't cross the lines to the unknown, and it's all comfort. And everything outside our comfort zone that we don't know, everything outside is uncomfortable. And that will be the upside. The upside will be we are safe, and we are in our comfort zone, and the unknown is the unsafe place. And that is one of the main reasons why we call that the upside, or even a secondary gain, because we stay safe. And we have to be, once again, very specific to really address what is really keeping us in that comfort zone, although the comfort zone is often actually not so comfortable because we are in pain, we are stressed, we are depressed, we are anxious, etc., etc. But it's our comfort zone. So it's a kind of a really tight place we are. It's comfort zone, but it's uncomfortable, but it keeps us safe. So that's another time when EFT doesn't work. And now I come to that bonus, which I wanted to tell you right at the beginning. But how can you actually make EFT always work for you? One is that you just tap, and you through tapping on a regular basis, you reduce your stress, you reduce all of that fogginess in your mind, you reduce a lot of insomnia, but you could, and very specifically now, you could envision the opposite of where you want to be. Let's say you suffer chronic anxiety, and then you could, on the other side of it, what will be the opposite would be free of anxiety. Let's say you suffer some sort of symptoms and it's chronic. What will be the other side? It would be free of symptoms. What would be on the other side of pain? Being pain-free. I think you get my gist. That, and you have to be very specific. You can't, do 5, 6, 7, 8 different ones. You just start with one that is most dear to you, that you want to overcome, that you want to achieve, and you then start tapping. And you tap, and you close your eyes, and you breathe, and then you envision being pain-free, for example, or you envision what you want to achieve, but without, you just relax, and you envision what you want to achieve without all of the bad thing. If you're in pain, that might be a challenge. You might want to seek help and work with, like I said, an experienced practitioner. I do recommend to make use of your 50 minutes free call with me. I hope that was helpful. And you can, if you make use of that free consultation call, then you can find out if EFT could work for you and how it can help you to go on the other side. And if you're interested to watch further videos, then stay subscribed to this channel, and stay in touch and follow up, and you will see me in my next video. Goodbye then.